that's been happening for years. And the focus has really been on the art. It gives people an opportunity to come out in the season of shopping and experience and find some just beautiful pieces from local artisans. And this year we thought, you know, there's no better way to bring in a more thoughtful, curated culinary aspect than to introduce Tucson foodie into the event. So we worked with Shane to create a beautiful lineup. He's just like, I mean, honestly, it looks so crazy. Dante's Fire? What is going on with Dante's Fire?
They have a sexy grilled cheese food truck.
Yes,
it doesn't
they do.
say Dante's Fire on the truck. It just says sexy grilled cheese.
Obsessed.
Yep.
I don't know why the grilled cheese is sexy, but it's delicious, and there's like 10 different grilled cheeses you can get. Yeah, they're super decadent.
Love that. I love that.
Well, coming from Dante's Fire, I wouldn't expect anything less, right?
Yeah.
Ken
For
Foy.
sure. Over the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got all kinds of good food. And I was really thinking about the fall season, and I love that venue up there in Oro Valley at the Oro Valley Marketplace. And I'm just excited to do more stuff in Oro Valley. More than half of our members of our Tucson Foodie Insiders Club kind of live up that way.
Yeah.
So, you know, everything we do, we make them come downtown or midtown. So I'm excited to bring some of Tucson's best food trucks and food vendors up to Oro Valley for them, so they don't have to go anywhere. But this festival is the 26th and 27th.
26th and 27th, so next Saturday and Sunday, both days from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's going to be, I mean, the lineup that Shane has put together is incredible of food. We also have some really thoughtful collaborators in our beer and wine garden, locals only. So Ray Ray's, of course, will be there, which I'm always repping my Ray Ray's hat. Can't even
You've got
help
that
it.
on today, yeah.
Yes, I do. Yeah, it's either this or El Torero pretty much every
Fair
day
enough.
of the week. So, but yes, we'll have some wine by Flying Leap there. We will have San Reckner wine there as well. And Ranch Hand Brewing will have essentially almost all of their beers there. They have an amazing cream ale. So super excited about that. But yeah, locals only, beer and wine garden.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I
That's
love that.
good. I like the local own or local focus,
That's what we're all about.
because there's so many amazing things here, and it's so disappointing when I go to other events and we've got a bunch of outsiders. I mean, we have over 140 wineries in Arizona.
Yes.
There's lots of opportunity to get a lot of amazing tastes
Yeah.
of Arizona.
There's
Yeah.
600 locally owned restaurants. There's over 300 locally owned food trucks.
Mm-hmm.
More food trucks per capita than Los Angeles, according to the records.
That's amazing.
Our food scene here is exploding. So at this festival, it's 2 days. We're actually going to have different food on each day. So it gives you a reason to come back. And with something like 140 art vendors, you probably can't hit them all when you visit. So
Yeah, you got to come back.
we're giving you an opportunity to come back twice. And we've got
That's awesome.
Korean street food. We've got Mexico City style Mexican food. We've got Filipino food. We've got all the yummy fall stuff you might imagine, like fresh cinnamon rolls and donuts.
Yeah, the wow mini donuts.
Yeah,
I can't even
they're
wait.
always there, so we had to make sure they come back.
Obsessed.
There's a new food truck. So have you heard, Empire
Yes.
Pizza? So that guy, David, owns a food truck called Bollywood Pizza, and it's like Indian fusion pizza. But he's got a new concept. He's bringing it out on Saturday only, and it's New York City and Sonoran fusion.
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll see what that's about.
Yeah, we're the Bollywood pizza, he partnered with Saffron for that.
Yeah, totally.
And
Got some of those
it's
recipes.
definitely tasty.
Yeah, saffron. One of our winners at the recent Salsa Tequila and Taco Challenge, which is, they always are. Yeah, literally always are. They like bring the fire when it comes to margaritas.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So we wouldn't be the Tucson Tasty Show without our sponsors. Thank you to our amazing sponsors. That's Vero Premium Beef, Saka, and the Tucson Tasty Show is brought to you by Saka. And we also have your financial guy, Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, Allegra Marketing Print and Mail. And don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, share, and repeat, of course. If you have any questions, of course, call in 520-790-2040. Forgot to do that at the beginning. You got to make
there
sure
you
we
go.
get that done.
Get that in. That pays the bills, I'm sure, right?
So, what has been the biggest challenge getting this event together for you?
Food trucks are hard to wrangle, man. And I did it all myself this time. I usually have a team, but my team is so busy with other stuff. I was like, I'm going to do this.
Yes.
And we wanted to get, 20 food vendors on each day. And I mean, we literally had a couple drop out yesterday, realizing they overcommitted with weddings and stuff. So and there's so many things we have to do, like fire permits, health department, business licenses. We're going to make sure that everything is in order properly. So it's just all the little stuff. That's the hard part, Wesley. But we're used to it. Been doing it for years. We can get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, the best part
exciting.
about like planning events is like all of the stress, all of the anxiety, like a leading up to, but then the day of, like, it's just, everything just goes so smooth and it's easy. There's nothing that can, there's nothing you can do at that
once
point,
the
right?
event's here, I mean, it's just
here.
making sure that the key points are hit, right? It's the week prior that is the stressor. So where is it located? How can people get involved?
Well, the event is free admission, so just come. It's Saturday and Sunday of next week, October 26th and 27th at the Oro Valley Marketplace. So Oracle and Tangerine right there on the left-hand side. Tucson Foodie will have an amazing, massive space for all of the food and food trucks. We'll have that locals only beer and wine garden as well. And about 160 artisans just like throughout. All of the businesses in the Oro Valley Marketplace will have some specials going on too. So it's a great time to come shopping, get started on this shopping season that we are all about to get into. And enjoy. I mean, the weather, huh?
I know, finally. I'm cold. I'm wearing a flannel right now.
I am wearing a little sweater shirt, so no big deal. I almost put on long sleeves.
It's going to be beautiful. Oh, and if you're a Tucson Foodie Insider, first drink's on me in the tent.
Calm
there you
down.
go.
All right. Okay. Sign up right now. I'm going to go sign up right now.
How do you sign up for that?
Oh, you just go to TucsonFoodie.com and you click the big red join button at the top.
And then how much is that a month?
It's $20 a month.
But what do you get?
Well, you get over $6,000 in gift cards to over 100 locally owned restaurants, and then we have a dinner every single month and a mixer every single month. It's all included.
Wow,
We're
for
exploring
$20?
restaurants, supporting local, and meeting other foodies.
That's awesome.
That's the quickest way I've ever pitched that.
That was really,
I like
you
it.
guys,
On
I
the
don't think that
spot.
was planned.
I've never done it that way. Thank you.
That was perfect.
Well, what else? We've got about 40 seconds.
All right.
What else can we talk about with Saka?
Should we talk about Savor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We just put tickets out on sale for Savor. Savor is our annual culinary event. Local food, local wine, local beer at the Tucson Botanical Gardens.
Right.
Coming up January 25th. And tickets will sell out. This is one of the events that, man, I mean, if it's sold out by the beginning of December, I will not be surprised. So this is one. Go to our site, pick up some tickets. I know that we'll be doing some giveaways with Shane. We'll probably be doing some giveaways here with your show as well.
Absolutely.
So make sure that you're paying attention to that. But yeah, don't miss out on this event. There's just going to be some great people. I've got one of my best friends, Brian Smith, who's at the 49ers Club. He's going to be there. We spent so much time together when he was at Maynard's and is just one of my favorite chefs. So excited for his participation. And I got Mikey from El Torero to commit to being yes. I literally, everybody in the restaurant was like, how is this possible? How did you get him to say yes? And I was like, I think you sit at this bar and you eat the Danny Martin burrito in a special, like, edited version at least 87 times, and he'll say just yes to whatever you want, which is what I do.
That's wonderful.
That's awesome. Well done.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right. Well, we are going to be right back after the break. We have a crispy treat for everyone. And
Yes.
as always, stay tasty, Tucson. Welcome back to the Tucson Tasty Show. I'm your host, Wesley Source. We're here live in studio. And the Tucson Tasty Show would not be possible without our amazing sponsors. That is Saka and Vero Premium Beef, your financial guy, Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Allegra Marketing, Print and Mail, and so many more. So thank you to everybody that supports our show. And if you want to get involved with the show, you can reach out to us at the Tucson Tasty Show at gmail.com or through any of the social medias. So we do have a fun, crispy, Rice Krispie treats guest, right? And why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, and we'll start talking about your Rice Krispie treats. I mean, we're gonna show everybody as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. My name's Ashley Cole. First of all, thank you so much for having me. I'm so
thank
excited
you.
to be here. My name's Ashley Cole. I am the Crispy Queen. I'm the owner and creator of Cute and Classy Krispies, LLC. I specialize in making and creating traditional vegan and gluten-free Rice Krispie treats. And as of today, I have 28 flavors.
28 flavors. Okay. So what made you wake up one day and go, I want to make Rice Krispie treats and everybody needs to eat my Rice Krispie treats on top of that? I mean, they're really amazing. I've got to say, I've had my share over the few times that we've met out in the world, but go.
So from the beginning, all right, so this started actually back in high school. This was my side gig in high school, along with my best friend. If I could do a quick little plug, shout out to Sydney Williams. That was my best friend, my childhood best friend, and we actually sold Rice Krispie treats in high school.
Oh, wow.
We had people lining up right before it.
Well, I can imagine why. They're very tasty.
And then
Where'd
later
you go
on,
to school that they let you do that?
So this was I'm from Texas. So I'm from Texas. Went to Lamarck High School, and this was the gig. And then I kind of picked it up a little bit during college, but I really decided to make it a full-fledged business during COVID.
Wow. So you started in high school. What makes your Rice Krispies stand out from other Rice Krispie treats?
Okay, so I would definitely say the fact that they're homemade. I mean,
well,
I think we can do, it's one of those things where, people either they know Rice Krispie treats for two reasons. One, it's homemade. Two, it's store-bought. So what makes mine stand apart is I use high-quality ingredients. I am an expert in Rice Krispie treats. This is my craft. I don't make anything else. I don't know how to make anything else. I'm not that great at making other desserts, but Rice Krispie treats is my thing.
All right.
So,
wow. Yeah. Okay. So what flavors do we have? We've got, starting off with this one.
We have creme de la Oreo.
So I'm guessing that it's Oreo.
It's Oreo.
Oreo based. Yeah.
You got to make it fancy. It's cute and classy.
And then, then go ahead.
Then we have Bella Banana. It is my take on banana cream pie. And then I have Little Chocolate Diva. So the Little Chocolate Diva, the chocolate part of it, is the Cocoa Krispies mixed with classic Krispies, caramel, chocolate chips, a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of sprinkles. And then we have, I made the newest one, what I call Grandma's Candy. I was going back and forth, but trying to figure out what name I wanted to make this thing. So this is butterscotch flavor. So it's a butterscotch flavor crispy, and we have some nut toppings. We have caramel. We have sea salt. You can see there's a trend there. I like sea salt, chocolate, and caramel. So just a little twist. So we have a few flavors today.
Awesome. What is your favorite flavor, and how can people engage with you as far as getting the rice? You do parties, you do catering event, or well, not really catering. Well, I guess catering. But tell us a little bit about that process.
Okay, so biggest thing favorite flavor would definitely be the classic. So that's my OG. That's the original. It is just a light cinnamon topping, and it is just something. It's not overly sweet. Something you can wake up to. Something you can have middle of the night. Something during the day. Great with coffee. Great by itself. It's the classic.
Right.
That's my baby. How you can find me? So I'm on Instagram under at Cute and Classy Krispies. I do a lot of events in the community. I just started picking up some events in Phoenix, so I'm gonna be traveling back and forth through that. Yeah,
okay,
we gotta get the Krispies out to these people.
Right.
And then the newest, I want to say venture. I went to Chicago a few weeks ago, and I'm working on trying to get some stuff done with that.
Chicago.
Yeah.
You're gonna ship them to Chicago. Do you do monthly subscription boxes?
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay.
I'm working on
it. There you go. I'm sorry.
It's good.
Cat's out of the bag.
No, yeah, it's
so you
perfect.
go to classykrispies.com, right? And okay, so how do we get? Or we go to the website and we can order, and then you're gonna have a subscription box, which everybody needs a subscription box,
Absolutely,
right?
they do.
And then. Yeah, no, that sounds amazing. So, I mean, can you talk about the secret about how this, or what the process is making these and making them so chewy? Because, I mean, typically with the Rice Krispie treats, if you let them sit, they're going to get hard, right?
True.
And yours, they don't get hard.
So this is the thing. So everybody usually asks me like, how do I make them all the time, and they just don't taste like yours. I'm like, well, I followed the directions on the box. But seriously though, have made these for so many years,
right.
There is a process to it, like you said. Biggest thing I could put out for a tip there would be on the oven. If you're using a stovetop, start low, stay low.
Okay.
So when we're melting things down, melting butter down, melting marshmallows down, stay low. The higher you turn the heat up, you're going to end up with that crunchy kind of burnt taste, and we don't want that.
Because you caramelize the sugars. That makes sense.
Unless that's your plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. So
and then as far as they staying like chewy for a long time, I would have to say definitely sealing it. So sealing the packaging. Yeah. So you can leave them out, if once you break the seal on the packaging, I probably would give it a couple of days, honestly. If you get it from a pan, things like that, they got to go. You got to eat them. The purpose is to eat these things.
Right. You don't buy them for them to sit.
Very
true. Fair enough. And then if we have to try 3 of them, 3 flavors, what would you say your 3 go-to flavors are?
Oh, man. So we're definitely going to say Bella Banana. Bella Banana is my top seller. It is.
Okay.
And it used to be s'mores, but s'mores is right under Bella Banana. So banana, s'mores, and it would be the itty bitty biscotti, which is about a month newest on my menu.
Oh, wow. Okay.
At Biscoff.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Biscotti. Biscotti flavored. And then are you doing this full time? You don't do this full time, do you?
Basically. I mean, might as well be, but I'm also no, this is my full-time, part-time job.
Fair enough.
In my daytime, I am a registered nurse.
Wow. So registered nurse, and you have a food-based business, and you go to different things. Have you heard about food truck food fights?
No.
So, and we've got to talk about it anyway. So, food truck food fights is actually a contest between food trucks, and as long as you have a card, you can participate because the U of A requires some kind of a cart. They don't want caterers essentially involved.
So that means me.
That means you.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's going to be a five evening event with live music. Vendors are welcome to participate. We're partnering with Har Bottle Brewery, which is actually just down the road from the studio at Ajo and Palo Verde. And then we'll also be at Black Rock Brewery for the second night. And then we're working on some surprise locations right now. I mean, the ink hasn't dried quite yet, so I don't want to talk or jinx it.
Sure.
But we have some really cool locations that we're going to be at, hopefully. But the bands are going to be incredible because we have Faded Jeans and Zenora coming in. But you can get all the information on the tastyshow.com if you go to food trucks.
Nice.
If you're a food truck that wants to participate, it's free to participate. We're not charging a thing, and it's the road to Snoop Dogg's Arizona Bowl.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
That's awesome.
The participants have an opportunity. The top 12 will be at the tailgate for the Arizona Bowl. The top 2 winners, the finalists, will be competing the day of the Arizona Bowl. It's double-blind judging, so you never know when you're serving the judges.
Oh my gosh.
And the judges don't know where the food's coming from. They just have to score it based on quality, consistency, and a few other things. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Zenora is actually, I'm really stoked about Zenora because I know the most about them. But they're opening for ZZ Top on the 25th when they come into town.
Nice.
Yeah. Which is ZZ Top's always been one of my favorites. I mean, they're just classic, right?
That's awesome.
But they're opening for them here at Carnegie Hall, I believe. I don't know. Or my Insta fact checker is shrugging in the background. That's producer Tina. But it's going to be a blast. In fact, we're advertising out on every level that we have at our fingertips, including at the U of A. So we want to get the U of A students buy-in because That's where the Arizona Bowl is held, and the winner will be announced on the field during the game, so around halftime maybe, and in front of everybody. So we'll walk out on the stadium field. We have a couple sponsors. We're still looking for more sponsors, and if you want to get involved with that, again, just reach out on any of the social medias or the Tucson Tasty Show at gmail.com.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. And it's really to build a community around the food trucks. There's one thing that Shane just said, it's like trying to wrangle cats sometimes.
Yeah.
But they're a little wary of whether we're taking them to the cleaners or something. But I mean, it doesn't make sense because we're like, hey, just come and participate,
right,
and we're gonna hook you up. And they're like, no, it's too good to be true,
right.
Which I understand, but we're putting a lot of work into it. But we're working with the Arizona Bowl, so we have some big backing. And do you want to participate?
Yeah.
Okay, look at that. We can pencil her in.
Krispy Kreme will be there.
You can also go to thetastyshow.com and go to food trucks. At the bottom of that, you can actually submit. There's a form to submit. But we'll be right back after this break with more. We're going to try some of these crispy bites, and stay tasty, Tucson. Welcome back to the Tucson Tasty Show. I'm your host, Wesley Source. We're here live in studio. And, of course, we have to say thank you to all of our amazing sponsors. That's Vera Oral Premium Beef, Saka, which the Tucson Tasty Show is brought to you by Saka. And that's the Southern Arizona Art and Cultural Alliance. And they were here earlier. If you missed them, you got to go check out the recording of the show on YouTube, Facebook, or anywhere you get your podcast or pre-recorded stuff. Anyways, Vera Oral Premium Beef, Your Financial Guy Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Allegra Marketing Print and Mail, and I'm getting the thumbs up. We got them. All right. We are here with Classy Krispies.
Cute and Classy Krispies.
Cute and Classy Krispies, and we're gonna dig into some amazing marshmallow treats.
That's right.
So we're gonna. You said you keep saying the Bella banana, so we've got to start with that. And we did bring in somebody a little bit early, and this is Kristen Marvin.
You got it?
Yep, I said that. Usually I have my printout and I have everybody's names, but
Good.
Today I messed up and I didn't bring it. So I apologize.
It's all good.
And she's the author of the Hospitality Leaders Roadmap, and you can get these on Amazon.
Yep. And my website, kristenmarvin.com/book.
Beautiful. And we're going to be diving into what this is and what it looks like here in just a little bit. I'm excited. I have the book right here, and you can. Oh, there you go. All right, for everybody. All right. All right. So the banana. So, is there real banana in this?
No.
No real banana.
Mm-mm.
All right. Which one would you like to try?
What are the options?
We have Little Chocolate Diva. That
Okay.
is Cocoa Krispies, chocolate, caramel,
Okay.
sea salt. Some pecans on there.
Okay.
The Bella Banana.
Okay.
We have the newest flavor, which is Grandma's Candy, which is a butterscotch flavor. It is chocolate, some nut toppings, caramel, sea salt,
Okay.
little chocolate drizzle.
Okay.
And then we have Creme de la Oreo, which is usually Oreos right on top. But this time I decided to blend it all in the crispy.
I'm going to go Oreos.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And there we are.
Awesome. So, that was actually really good. The banana wasn't overpowering, but it was there, and so it was a good balance. And I really like that. So what would be the next one that we're gonna have to dig into, and it'll probably be the last one that we're gonna try here. But
You want to go one that's already kind of like established on the menu? Or you want to go?
Yeah.
You want to try something new? It's up to you.
pick.
We're gonna try something new today.
All right, something new. Here we go. This is the
Grandma's Candy.
Grandma's Candy, the butterscotch one.
Yeah.
that we were talking about. And I'm excited about this one.
So it's like, whenever you've been to an elderly person's house and they always have that candy bowl.
Yep.
that infamous candy bowl is sitting there. The ones that I'm referencing are the little butterscotch candies in the yellow paper.
Yeah,
like
the Welshers, Werthers. There you go.
And not even Werthers. I'm talking about the the yellow packaging.
Yeah.
Those guys.
See, I was pretty lucky. My grandpa always had the Werthers in his pocket. We had to give him a hug and say, I love you, and then he would give us a candy. I don't know if that was really the right setup, but yeah, it was good.
My grandma always had the strawberry wrapped candies.
Yes.
Again, no brand, no label. Just you
That's
knew they
it.
were strawberry. That's all you needed to know.
That's it.
Mm.
How do you feel about it?
Nostalgic.
Can you taste the wrapper?
Yes. The Oreo is delicious.
Almost,
So
yeah,
glad you
right?
like it.
I love the
Right.
portion size too, like portion control.
And the portion control, this is just for sampling.
Right.
She's being nice to us instead of bringing in like the big sheet pan or like a giant lobster, which has happened. But anyways, that's a whole nother story. Yes. These are incredible. Again, how do people get a hold of you and get these amazing treats?
Yeah. So we got a few ways. So I'm on Instagram at Cute and Classy Krispies. You can send me a DM. You can literally comment on something, any of my posts. And I also have a website. It is up and live, and it is cuteandclassycrispies.com. Now, I will say this website is more so for you to go on, take a look, and you can send me your information on the contact form and kind of just let me know what you want to do.
Mhm.
Because the Krispies are so specialized, I want to make sure that the order that you place is correct. It is, I just want to make sure that we're all good to go with that. So that is through the contact form, and you can reach out to me through there.
If I want like a sheet pan
Mhm.
and it to be like just myriad of different flavors throughout the entire pan, can you pull that off?
I can do at least 4.
Okay.
I
Just
can.
4?
Yeah,
All
just 4 of a
For the-
pan.
You got to make it look like the Tucson Tasty Show logo, though.
Oh my gosh!
And
Challenge
no?
accepted. I probably do that.
Fair enough. But no, you definitely have to try these out. These are amazing, and again, this is something you've been doing since high school.
Yeah.
It's something that you love doing, and you made it with your best friend.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so that was my partner in crime with the Krispies in the early beginning. So when we first started out, there was no topping. It's actually the flavor that I have today, which is called Baby You're Basic. And that was absolutely no topping whatsoever. And they were not even cut pretty or anything, and they were saran wrapped.
Perfect.
So we have evolved.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for
I
having
really
me.
appreciate you.
This is amazing.
Now we're going to ask her lots of very pointed questions, and please feel free to jump in because as a leader in the community, as a nurse practitioner, I'm sure you probably have questions. So you have this amazing book. I don't know. So you have this amazing book that just got released, and congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
It's not an easy feat, right?
No.
And tell us what the book's about, the Hospitality Leaders Roadmap.
You bet. So I have a company that supports independent restaurant owners and operators. So this is my memoir. It's the story of the last 20 years that I've spent in the restaurant business, starting as a line cook at 15 and working up to managing partner at 30. My passion for the independent restaurant space, over 30 leadership lessons that I've learned in the industry, the good, the bad, and the ugly. A lot of things that you can do to be successful, a lot of things not to do. I'd love people to learn from my mistakes. And there's some really great stories in there too. The opportunity to meet Anthony Bourdain when he came and recorded an episode
cool.
of No Reservations at our restaurant.
Was he
extraordinary.
nicer in person?
He was very, very tall, very timid, and very standoffish, which was not what we'd
Wow.
seen on the show.
Right. On the show, he's very
Yeah. So there's
aggressive, I think
great-
would be the word.
a great story in there, and just an incredible journey of ups and downs, some burnout, and my journey to overcoming burnout, becoming a mentally fit leader, and then launching my own business and becoming an entrepreneur, where I now support independent restaurant owners and operators on their journey in restaurants.
Awesome.
That's Awesome.
So, okay, so burnout. Burnout is probably the most common thing that goes wrong in any business, especially the restaurant industry. And tell us how, a quick tip on how to avoid it, how to recognize it.
Yeah, I think one of the things about the restaurant industry and hospitality, right, nursing, you're on your feet all day. You're working really long hours. The job itself is very physically and mentally draining. And unfortunately, with the restaurant industry, in a lot of places, it's developed a really bad reputation for being an industry of a lack of self-care and a lot of substance abuse, depending on where you are.
Right.
And so we are in the business of serving other people, not necessarily giving to ourselves and being great at receiving.
Absolutely.
And so self-care tends to go on the back burner.
Right.
So there's a lot of emphasis that needs to be placed in the restaurant industry around work-life balance, around setting boundaries, learning how to say no, putting yourself first, developing your people so you can live the lifestyle that you want. And those are some of the things that I help operators and owners do.
Awesome. No, that's incredible. Actually, there's a place here in Tucson. I was shocked when we were talking about how he takes care of his people, and this is completely off air. But he was like, "Yeah, no, we send them to get massages. I mean, if they get overtime and stuff like that, for every hour they get overtime, they get credit towards getting a 90-minute massage, going to the foot spa, whatever, and haircuts, and he just had this whole list to make sure that his people were taken care of. And I was like, well, you probably have the most loyal employees in town.
Serious.
Yeah,
Right?
he's smart. I mean, just to take that moment and recognize and appreciate your people for that hard work really pays off big time.
Very true.
We need more of that in the industry.
Absolutely.
Yes, I agree. And then what would be your another quick little piece of advice in the 45 seconds, and then how to get a hold of you?
Piece of advice for leaders: don't ever stop advocating for yourself and take responsibility for your leadership development. There are 6 podcast episodes for my show, the No Hesitations podcast, in this book that will help you dive deeper into any of the leadership topics that you'd like or that resonate with you. And then as far as getting a hold of me, you can contact me via my cell, 719-494-6074, or my website, KristenMarvin.com.
One more time.
KristenMarvin.com.
Your phone number.
Oh, 719-494-6074.
Beautiful. And we'll be right back after this short break, and we're going to have some more sweet treats. So stay tuned and stay tasty, Tucson. Welcome back to the Tucson Tasty Show. I'm your host, Wesley Source. We're here live in studio for the next 13 minutes-ish. But if you want to jump into the conversation, dial 520-790-2040. And you can also if you want to leave a comment on Facebook, YouTube, feel free. So we have we were talking to the author of the Hospitality Leaders Road Map with Kristen Marvin. Thank you so much for coming into the studio today. And
Thanks for having me.
Kind of grilling you before the break.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Tell us a little bit about your background in the industry. You've worked for some really amazing places. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I started as a line cook at 15 at my family's favorite Mexican restaurant in a little small town in Missouri. Fell in love with the industry. Then ran off to become a bartender and server at a chain restaurant. My first night in the well out of training was when a concert was in town right next door to us at the busiest restaurant that I worked at in Colorado, busiest restaurant for the company. Got my tuchus handed to me. I don't know if I can cuss on the show, but
nope.
Okay. That was the first time that I really experienced the grind and the rush in the restaurant industry, and I was completely hooked. I worked my way up from serving and bartending to getting a job at a 5-star, 5-diamond resort, and worked my way up through management, AGM, GM, studied mixology with some mixologists out of New York, studied wine, became a sommelier, and fell in love with fine dining, started opening concepts.
Casually became a sommelier, right?
Casually,
Yeah.
yes. It takes a lot of drinking wine, a lot of
does.
practice, a lot of studying. And then I moved to Denver with my husband, and I became a managing partner with a local independent restaurant group. We had 2 concepts. We opened 5 more in 5 years, all completely different. And then jumped on with Snooze AM Eatery when we were locally owned, had 6 locations. We grew to 48 in 7 years, and then completely burned out and decided to start my own business supporting the industry so other people wouldn't go through that.
Wonderful. Well,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, no, thank you for sharing your experiences and everything. So you got to go to Amazon and get this book, or you can go to your website.
KristenMarvin.com/book.
And thank you so much for this signed copy. We will be reading this and working with. Hopefully, we're going to be working with you next year. We got some really cool stuff on the horizon, I think.
Okay.
So we do have another guest with us here today. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
I'm Stephanie Connor. I'm from here in Tucson now. Relocated here a couple years ago, 4-ish now. So we're here. I'm with Arizona Sunset Treats. We do freeze-dried candy locally here as well.
Awesome. So tell us about the freeze-dried candy, because, I mean, you've got some here, and we'll put this so we can see.
So
But-
those are freeze-dried s'mores. I construct them all individually, and then we freeze-dry it all together, and it starts out very small and thin and gets very big and thick.
So do you
So-
pour the chocolate over the top, or is there chocolate in there as well?
It's just like it's a Hershey's candy bar. So I take the graham cracker and I put some marshmallow fluff and the candy bar, and then I sandwich it all in and then stick it in the freeze dryer, and it does its magic. They're very messy. Don't eat them in your car.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'll eat them in my wife's car then. Producer Tina is having a meltdown over there. Anyways, very cool. And then what other things do you have you developed for the freeze dryer?
So we do we make our own chamoy and tahini Skittles. We put our own chamoy and tahini on them. I get told repeatedly not to change anything, that they're the best. I make my own sour Skittles as well. If you can find the big bags of like sour Skittles by Skittles, they're inherently just expensive on a price per ounce. So I make my own, and we get told they're like 5 times as sour as anything. So anybody who likes really sour candy likes those. We do. I brought a bag of those because somebody told me once that you like the sour Skittles, so
Yes.
I did bring you some of those. I also brought some.
She likes the sour Skittles too.
I brought some lemon heads, which are a new thing that we started doing.
Ooh.
Those are really good. And then I did bring a smaller bag of the chamoy and tahini Skittles because I wasn't sure if you were into the more spicier candy, but I figured it would be worth it to try. And then I brought the Big Hunk, which are my favorite, and the Jolly Ranchers, which are my sidekick here today's favorite as well. So
Jolly Ranchers, so they freeze dry. I've seen these in the store, but you're making them fresh here.
Yeah.
And you're making them to order.
we do. I have a rolling inventory where I've got about 25 things that we always have in stock. And then, but if there was something specific, like we had people that are like, oh, do you do airheads? And at the time we did not do airheads. And I was like, no, but I'll try. Like, I'm willing to try anything. And now airheads are probably one of our top 3 sellers. And then I was like, fruit roll-ups with marshmallow fluff in them. You roll them up and they look like taquitos, and then the marshmallow fluff gets all big and airy. Those are really good and really popular as well. So
let's crack into some of the chamoy Skittles, because I think those are kind of unique, and we usually have a challenge on the show. We call it the Tucson Tasty Show Challenge, and this is with Pepper X and the Carolina Reaper hot sauce, and you get a special sticker. I don't have it today though, but check these Skittles out. So you make the chamoy itself?
I don't. So
okay.
I use a pre-made chamoy. So I am, like I said, I'm not from Tucson, so I'm not I like Mexican food, but I'm not like a super spicy person, so I don't get into like the spicy candy. I do like those, interestingly enough. But so I just started using a store-bought chamoy, and then just the basic tahini. I don't get into the spicy tahini or anything like that. So they stay pretty mild, and
Wow.
aren't they good?
No, those are really good.
You get that sweet, salty, and then that little bit of heat, like at the very end. They're one of our favorites, and
They're not really spicy though. It's more of a chili flavor.
Yeah.
I really like that. That's actually really good.
We do make a sriracha one. Those we use a sriracha powder and then a sriracha seasoning, or the sriracha seasoning powder, and then the sriracha sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones are very spicy. Those are probably the only candy we make that I don't eat.
Okay. Sriracha. All right. Well, then I won't I won't find you and bring you the Tucson Tasty Show challenge then, because that's definitely spicy.
No, my husband might be totally into that though.
Awesome. Well, let's get some of these in the picture here. So
those are the big hunk.
Big hunk. And the big hunk, you're just putting you get the candy and you're putting them in the
freeze dryer. Yeah. A lot of the candy we cut into smaller pieces before it goes in because it gets so puffy and so big that it would be really hard to eat. It's huge. Like a whole Jolly Rancher grows up to be the size of a golf ball, and they're messy. If you bite into it, it's just gonna like flake over and make a mess everywhere. So we try and keep things pretty bite sized. Plus, then you get more in the package. If it's smaller, it takes up less space, and I'm able to shove more in there. And I like to make sure that you're gonna get like enough candy for the value.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, well, there's only one flavor of Jolly Rancher. All of the other ones should go away, but watermelon is the only one that matters.
So I like the watermelon and the green apple. I don't eat cherry candy at all. I think it tastes like Play-Doh smells.
In fact, I think I could probably pick out which one's the watermelon, just because
it's pink. Yeah,
it's on. Oh, oh wow.
So.
It's good.
It's like puffy Cheeto texture too, which is always the thing that like drives that people.
It's very
like,
satisfying crunch.
Mm-hmm.
And I struggle not to chomp on the Jolly Ranchers anyway, so
it makes it really easy to just shovel them in your face.
That's bad.
It's like speed eating. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
One of my favorite things that we've done with the watermelon Jolly Ranchers is we put them in a cotton candy maker, and it spins out, and it smells amazing, and then it's just light and fluffy. But I think I like the crunch better.
So there's a little bit at the bottom of here. You get the dust from the candy. We have tons of dust because we'd go through tons of candy. And I bought a cotton candy machine. I have a commercial one to make cotton candy out of the dust. But I haven't dialed it in yet, so I just burn a lot of dust. But eventually, someday, we will have Skittles flavored cotton candy and Jolly Rancher and all of the other fun things.
Do you have any questions?
No, that's great. Well, where can we find you?
So typically on Fridays and Saturdays, we are at the swap meet because it's such a fun vibe there. We do events around town, so we'll be at the 4th Avenue swap meet. We're going to be part of the Tucson food truck food fight. We'll be in Marana in early December. So we're just around town. All of our social media info is on our labels, so you can always find us there. So we're just at Arizona Sunset Treats on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.
Those chamoy Skittles are just they hit well. So you definitely have to try those in the Jolly Ranchers for sure. I've got my least favorite candy that we're about to go out here, but we've about 40 seconds left. But I'm going to try one.
The candy corn.
The candy corn.
So I like the candy corn because it's crispy now.
All right, let's see. Oh, that is crispy.
And it tastes like candy corn. So I mean, if you don't like candy corn normally, you're probably not going to like it. But
I know a few people that will like that. Don't forget to tune in next week for the Tucson Tasty Show. We have some really special guests coming in, and you can check it out on thetastyshow.com. As always, remember to savor every tasty bite and stay tasty, Tucson.